Hello, party people. Welcome to this week's transmission. And still playing with the sound, so forgive me. Today's topic is proof that everything is connected, right? We are God and God is us. So when you pray to God, well, it's a riddle of sorts. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you something. When you pray to God, what is the difference between praying to your deceased loved ones, right? Or your ancestors, saying affirmations, praying to God, and talking to yourself? What's the difference between those things? So prayer, self-affirmations, giving thanks to your ancestors, or talking to yourself. What is the difference between any of those, right? Who is listening? So you say, well, when I'm praying to God, then obviously it's for God. Hello. And when I'm talking to my transitioned loved ones, obviously it's for them. And when I'm saying affirmations, I'm talking to myself, my higher self. Or when I'm just like, what am I gonna eat for dinner? Obviously I'm talking to, my 3D self. Now, let me ask you this. How can you separate each individual entity, right? How do you separate that? When you are communing with your ancestors or when you are saying affirmations, do you say, okay, God, don't listen to this. I ain't talking to you right now. It's an A and B conversation. See your way out, right? G your way out. It's corny, I know, roll with it. But do you tell yourself, right? When you are talking to God, right? Like, well, self, this ain't really got nothing to do with you. I'm telling you, right? When you are praying to your ancestors, do you tell your higher self not to listen? Are you not your higher self and your ancestors? Right? Do you say, nobody else listen to this message, right? This is just going straight to God. Does God not hear when you converse with your ancestors? Do your ancestors not hear when you recite mantras to yourself, right? Like, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise, right? Stuff like that. Does God stop listening when you're thinking out loud about absolutely nothing? Like, that's kind of cute, but it's kind of ugly. I don't know what I feel about that dress, right? Is God not listening? Is your higher self not listening? Are your ancestors not listening to that? Even though you're really just talking to nobody. If God is always available, then she's always listening, right? So if you pray to God right now for something and you know automatically God can hear you, then that means that God has to always be listening, right? Kind of like Big Brother. It's scary, but there's no selective hearing when you are readily heard, right? God don't take days off. No, I'm finna sleep in, or I'm gonna call you back, leave a voicemail. No, right? There's no way to sever the lines of communication or to compartmentalize or separate your words. What does that mean? Whatever you say to yourself, you are also saying to God and your ancestors, right? And your higher self. Right? You saying it to everybody. So you can't say, ancestors, close your ears while I chant, right? I'm finna say some stuff and you may not like it, or, well, maybe you will, but it don't involve you. Just close your ears. Everything is interconnected. Everything. That means, look, some of y'all ain't gonna like this, but truth be told, when you curse out the driver in front of you, right, a Kia Soul, you are also cussing out yourself, your higher self, right, your ancestors, and God, right? There's no way to separate any of them. You say, well, those words were intended for that person. How does God know that? How does your higher self know that? How do your ancestors know that? They all hearing it, right? And words are powerful vessels, that we use to manifest and create our lives. So who's to say where those words will eventually lead and what impact they will have, even if you just speak them out? That's why they say watch your words. It don't matter who's listening or who was the intended recipient. Everybody gets some. It's like, okay, the water being poisoned. It doesn't matter who the intended recipient was. We all drinking the water, right? That's just how it goes. So that's pretty much my message. In the words of Drew Hill, right? You are everything, and everything is you. I'm obsessed with that song now, right? Mary J sampled it too, right? Originated with the stylistics, right? All that. But basically, everybody's saying the same thing over and over and over again, right? They telling you, you are everything. Everything is you. You are the universe. The universe is you, right? Watch your words. You never know who's listening. And that's all I got. All right. Peace out to my party people out there. Thank you for listening. Have a great week. Bye. Love, live, light. A little bit of laughter. A lot of laughter. Peace.